The frequency. Mateo. They say the government is closed. They say there ain't money for the road, the school, the rent. Pero mira la cuenta. 75 billion for the hunt. Escucha. Congress puts the paper while the hallway lights went gray. DHS half dark, but the hunters still got paid. 75 billion keep the engine alive, while the desks stay empty and the race still arrive. They call it a shutdown, I call it a mass. A front office sleeping for a well-funded task. Insulated, untouched, moving out of sight. The rest of the building stalls, but the vans roll at night. No budget for the worker, no relief for the block. Pero sobra la feria cuando quieren el shot. La cuenta del cazador, el presupuesto del miedo. 75 billion with a boat down the cuello. They shut down the floor, but they kept the cage. Writing our names on a government page. No hay descanso para el cazador. Only more gold for the ones at the door. Ustedes compran miedo, nosotros ponemos el lomo. And we keep paying for the still and the humor. They buying the census, they buying the vans, tracking every scar on a working man's hands. Data in the system, cameras in the blue, watching every pickup and delivery route too. They call it enforcement, I call it a heist. When peace is expensive and labor gets priced. A record-long shutdown, but the dragnet stays bright. Mapping out the valley under cover of night. No need for mercy when the account is that fat. Just the logic of the machine and the state behind that. I know the sound of gravel when the tires hit slow. I know how the air changes when the kids don't wanna move. They tell you the country's broke, que no alcanza pa' vivir. Then find 75 billion just to make the whole block fear. No es defensa, es negocio del dolor. Security ain't safety when the hunter owns the door. La realidad es terca. So name the men smiling. So name the men smiling when the camera's all sweet. Mike Johnson signed the check, Chuck Schumer didn't stop the machine. Homeland wants the bankroll, Todd Lyons wants the sweep. And the people doing labor are the ones who lose sleep. They got money for the gauge, money for the chase, but never for the clinic or the rent and the blaze. If you got 75 billion to watch where I stand, you got money for the water and the seed in the land. But you'd rather fund dread, you'd rather fund flight, get the hunter well fed and the neighborhood tight. Mateo sees the math, and the math is a crime. Stealing our dignity, one paycheck at a time. La cuenta del cazador, el presupuesto del miedo. 75 billion with a bota on the cuello. They shut down the floor, but they kept the cage. Writing our names on a government page. No hay descanso para el cazador. Only more gold for the ones at the door. Ustedes compran miedo, nosotros ponemos el lomo. And we keep paying for the steel and the humo. 75 billion. DHS is dark, but the hunters stay awake. La cuenta no miente. Mateo.